Each year we have the privilege of hearing from a student speaker, a member of the graduating class. The prize, the award of having the opportunity to speak is called the Sally Martin Prize. It's a gift to the school and to the speaker, given by our friends and neighbors John and Meg Lohr in honor and memory of Sally Martin. The selection is a rigorous and complicated process, and each year the faculty committee makes the excruciating choice as to who will be the graduation speaker. It's always a very, very difficult choice. This year you'll see in your program that we have two speakers. And the reason isn't because it's a difficult choice. It's always a difficult choice. The reason is because we heard from two members of the class who had very different and very important messages to deliver. Finally, during the meeting, one of our colleagues looked at us and said, "Hey, it's our graduation. Can't we hear them both?" Indeed, we shall. It is my privilege first to introduce Moustapha, Amadou, Tidjani, Abdou of Niger. As you will hear when Moustapha arrives here at the podium, he is a linguist. He came to us with 4 or 5, I'm not sure, languages. English was not among them. He stands before you today as one of 2 graduation speakers. He has been a committed participant in the life of our school. He is known as a hard worker, a gentleman, and a friend. And if you saw him in Blue Moon Cafe last night, you also know he is a fine dancer and comedic actor. Please welcome Moustapha.
Mazaje da mata, ‘yan uwana, da fatan kun tashi lafiya, ina muku farin cikin muku barka da zuwa cikin wannan waje mai mahimmanci in Hausa. Webore da albore, ai garin fonda kayan nan guwo kan gwanda fahamai in Zarma. Bonjour, mesdames, mesdemoiselles et messieurs. En ce jour très béni, je vous souhaite la bienvenue à cet endroit très spécial. In French, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. سيداتي وسادتي، أنا سعيد جدا في مكان العزيز. In Arabic, señoras y señores, señoras y señores, estoy muy contento por poder darles la bienvenida en este lugar muy especial. This year, we had a great speaker who inspired me so much, Paul Graves. And before he left, I asked him a question. I asked him, when do you think all humans are going to appreciate their differences? First, he quoted me a very beautiful piece of speech from Dr. King saying, "The arc of the universe is on the side of us who would want to have a world that is beloved. The community of people who are integrated, a community of people who are harmonized, not because we're all alike, but because we've learned to appreciate the differences around us, and we don't make judgments about differences anymore." Then Paul said, "Now it's a fight. It's a war. But it's not a war with someone else. It's a war within us, with ourselves, about our own selfishness sometimes. And I think when that war is first made conscious, when we become aware that it's not out here, that inner fight, but it's with my lesser self. But there's a greater me that I can be. But first I have to put down the lesser me before that greater self will stay in. Each man will fight that war, and each man will win." That was very beautiful from Paul Graves. And I think in this community, we've already fought this war against differences, and we've already won it. We've come together, we brought all of our cultures, all of our religions, all of our races, and even all of our flags to unite under the best shelter, the most powerful weapon against differences, the flag of the united world. This is our ultimate goal as we seek peace and international understanding. A very best friend of mine, a brother of mine, our dear classmate Lukman Fawaz, may his soul rest in peace, found this shelter and chose it as his ultimate destination. His funeral was one of the most beautiful ceremonies one could ever imagine. People from different religious backgrounds united themselves in the temple of Fawaz's faith to pray in their different religious traditions. His journey fortified our unity. In my physics class, I learned that when the light of a star is broken into its different colors, the more colors in it, the brighter it is. This community is the brightest star one could ever imagine. This is the star. This community is the star that shines during happy and hard times. This is the star that shines every fall on top of the mountains at Ghost Ranch, and every spring during the Blue Moon Cafe, just like yesterday. It is the star that shines when Palestinians and Israelis eat at the same table laughing together, when Americans and Afghans and Vietnamese sit at the same table, sharing dorms, sharing rooms, just like Indians and Pakistanis. Today, by just looking around this special place, we could see that star shining with all our cultures, with our countries, with our religions, with our races, and all of our colorful flags. My dear classmates, Fawaz's smile showed us how extremely and eternally shiny our community is. Over the next 24 hours, we'll be leaving this special place. However, we're not saying goodbye to the united world. We're saying hello to all of our dreams, to all of our memories, to all of our strength, to make the world we left behind us by coming here, and the world we're going to face in the near future, part of the united world, part of that shining star. My dear classmates, from now on, we are the missionaries of the united world. Thank you.